In this neo world, I really believe that there is no buy and forget. In fact, I rather believe that there is an appoint and forget, appoint a sebi-registered PM such as ValueQuest and forget. The question is more tilted towards the holding period. How do you really decide about holding period of a stock? Rather, what would trigger a partial or a complete exit from a stock? If I have to make it slightly more dramatic, when does Ravi Dharamshi press the sell button?
Good question. Sell is the most difficult decision, but the most often used decision is the hold. So yes, at some point hold decision does convert into sell. But to answer your initial part of your question, you are absolutely right. Every 10 years, the companies that generate wealth, the top 10 list keeps changing. That tells you that no portfolio can remain complacent, or you cannot buy and forget. These are not the times. There were times in 1970s, 80s where the best of the blue chip FMCG company you could have bought and forgotten, and stocks that were forgotten for 40-50 years are the one that generated a lot of wealth. Surely you can do that, but that limits you to a very limited number of companies, would be 20-30 companies in India. So you cannot possibly do that with every other company. So you have to have a rolling view. You have to keep evaluating them. You have to actively take a look at what are the risks that are emerging for the industry, for the companies, whether the company is gaining or is the moat is eroding. So you have to constantly evaluate. From sell perspective, we take a sell call either when we believe that this company has reached its full valuations from the next 3 years point of view, and I cannot justify to myself this company doubling in value over the next 3 to 5 years. That is one. Second is, of course, when your hypothesis goes wrong, and whether that is because hypothesis didn't pan out, or whether it is something at the part of on the part of management or company that led to execution challenges. So those are the point at which you exit, admit your mistake and exit. The sooner you admit your mistakes, the better it is. Constantly you have to keep weeding out bad companies from your portfolio and keep adding good companies to your portfolio. So yeah, sell is a decision that we loath taking if we have gotten the investment right. But at the same point, you cannot rest on your laurels and be complacent. Do a critical evaluation at all points of time.
So for our clients/investors, just to reiterate that even sir agrees that gone are those times where you could buy a company and forget it for 10, 20, 30 years. Doing a quarterly review is a must, and holding a company is a decision that you take after doing a quarterly review. But if you don't want to get into all this and shift this entire burden, appointing a sebi-registered PM such as ValueQuest might just be the most prudent thing that you could do.